Hello and welcome, Maury here with my brother Cantrell. We're bringing you a little bit of discussion today. Gonna talk some about the locks. We got his undead green guy chilling here. Say hello, Cantrell.
Hey guys.
He says hello. Hopefully you guys can hear him okay. So, we're here today to talk about wave everybody. We're here today to talk about the Warlock, and mainly what the hell is going on with these guys. I mean, Miss Pandaria has seen so much crap with the Warlocks, and what are we gonna see in Warlords? What is your opinion just on that, Cantrell?
You know, with all the reworking that's been done toward Warlocks, and with every patch that's happened in Mrs. Bend area, it's always been everyone saying how Warlocks are overpowered.
Well, they are.
I'm hoping, yeah, it's true, I suppose. I'm just hoping for some balance, not only between the different classes and the Warlock, but between the different specs of the Warlock also.
So you want to see Warlocks get nerfed overall, or just evened out?
Evened out.
Okay. Aha. I see your demonology next to my affliction. Neither one of us are Destros, so we don't really have super. Yeah, you're green fire. So neither one of us have the Destro. I guess I could change specs. That's honestly, destruction has ruled over Warlocks when it comes to Miss Pandaria, in my opinion.
Yeah, and really, like if you're just looking for a raid in trade chat or something, you'll only see people looking for Destro locks.
Why do you think that is? Is your as like a demo lock? I'm assuming you played demo a lot. Do you feel you're not viable, or do you just not? What's the problem? What's the problem with the demo lock?
Well, I believe one of the main culprits is the recount.
The DPS drafter?
Mm-hmm.
Why's that?
With Destro, you have the burst. You have your chaos bolts,
Yeah,
which,
crap load.
with your curse and dark soul, at a burst phase with lust and raid buffs, they start to stack up, and that's what you see on the PS chart is that and incinerate, of course.
Well, Destro's got conflags that they hit really hard once you start to really get in there, and they're usually what makes the Chaos Bolt. But doesn't Demo have something like that? I don't play Demo, so I don't know. I would assume there was something.
Well, the demonology equivalent is Soulfire, but it doesn't hit near as hard, and really with Demo you have to stop and kind of build. You're very late fight DPS, everything kind of builds up to a point, and it just works out better later in the fight.
Okay,
it's a longer.
That didn't hit me very hard.
No, that was just a regular thing.
Well, let's see what this does. See, that hits you a lot harder than 12,000 is what your Soulfire hit me for. Now you said Soulfire is the equivalent of a Destro's Chaos Bolt?
That's what I see as the spell equivalent. That's my big spell, That's what I save up for to cast.
Well, what do I have? Let's see. Conflag. It kind of feels like my Conflagrate is the equivalent of your Soulfire, though.
Yeah, well, with Demonology, one of the biggest things to make sure you have on is this.
What's that?
That Shadow Flame dot.
Wouldn't that be the equivalent of the Immolate, though?
Well, mine's an AoE is the thing.
Oh.
Because I apply Curse, Corruption, botanical dance with Shadow Flame.
Okay. Now see, I see that gives you one more dot than me, but I mean like I can curse you as well. But what does really what does demonology bring to a fight? Like, is there a reason somebody would want a demonology warlock right now?
Well, I think we're very aesthetically pleasing because everybody likes seeing this.
Yeah, but I mean, you got the same thing with the paladins. Not everybody likes paladins, but they look so good.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Can he? Oh, that's a wild imp. I'll wait for your wild imp to go away so I can change specs here. I was gonna.
Okay.
That's the other thing though is I do play affliction. Well, right now I play affliction more than I play destruction, and I love it. But just for like you said that aesthetics, it looks so good. And I mean can't do this and just get my mana back on any other spec that I know of unless you also have life tap.
I do have life tap.
Oh, well, destruction has their ember tap, so they just have a lot of
And chaotic resources. Or not chaotic resources, but whatever they call it.
Speaking of
What they're
which,
called.
what do you think of the new level 100 talents as I show off my beautiful malefic grasp here?
In my honest opinion, they're very cool. You know, as demonology, I'm looking forward to demonic servitude. Cataclysm is probably going to look very nice, and probably be viable in a raid. I don't
I'm actually
know
worried
about its
about that.
speed. Oh yeah.
I'm worried I'm gonna see a lot of Destro locks. It feels to me like it's gonna be something that like raid progression, whatever, Destro locks have to have it. But I feel like it's gonna be the new Reign of Fire. I mean, take something like Iron Juggernaut, for instance, that has almost no ads, you know, and you see people just spamming Reign of Fire for their embers, and it's like, why? I don't understand it. So, but it looks really good. So I'm thinking, and I'm worried that I'm gonna see Cataclysm go the same route as being used for that burning ember granting AOE that doesn't really serve a purpose outside of AOE damage.
Hmm. You might be right on that.
And another thing is it gonna be green with green fire?
I sure hope so. Is it even going to be a fiery effect?
I hope so. I mean, obviously you have green fire. You've seen Connor Thought's Cataclysm. It is a green awesomeness.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just worried is it always going to be green? Much like, I mean, Mortal Coil's green and purple, I guess. I don't believe I have Fell Flame, and if I do, it's not on my action bar. Oh, I guess I do have Fell Flame. I don't know. It's not important to me. But Fell Flame is also green.
Yeah. Well, it's fell flame. You know.
Exactly. Alrighty then. Gonna take a quick break really quick. We'll be right back. And we're back. Apologize for that. So, what do you think about the I believe you said it was chaotic resources, that last 100 talent. What do you feel on that?
Well, it used to be called chaotic resources. Now it's a spec specific thing.
Okay.
As far as demonology goes, Demon Bolt is neat at best. I don't actually picture myself using it.
What is it supposed to do?
Um, what Demon Bolt does is it burns 30% of your demonic fury to deal a bunch of damage, and if you drop below a certain amount, it refunds you some demonic fury. It's like a cycle thing. It's
Okay.
kind of odd, to be honest, and I'll probably be choosing demonic servitude, of course.
Yeah. And did you see the freaking you see the freaking uh the destruction one? What are your thoughts on
Yeah,
the destruction one? I can't
that
remember what it's called.
seems it's called Charred Remains,
Okay.
and it seems like the go-to choice, for uh really Destro blocks. Actually, I don't see uh people not choosing that one. Well, while it does reduce the damage of your other spells, um, you'll be casting Chaos Bolt, you know, essentially 6 times as often.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is they might pick with the Arms Warrior right now, and even a little bit the two-handed Frost Decay, not necessarily the dual wielder, but they're and the Destrolock now I guess could even be the same thing, but the really slow, hard hitting uh specs and damage rolls, and that's how you play it right now. I mean, there is nothing slow about Curse, Soulburn, Haunts, and crap, and then making them all. There's nothing slow about any of that. You know, is what about Demonology? Does that feel like a slow truck, or is it like what I'm doing right now? It's just everything's ticking 1,000 miles an hour.
Well, it is quite slow actually because I start off and I use my curses and I apply my hand, and then I sit and I build. I have to build up demonic fury,
Okay.
and while I can use the glyph of Imp Swarm to kind of get a few more off, I save up demonic fury and I save up molten core procs, and wait till I have a little bit, and then I pop demon form,
They start hitting me with
and
soul
I
fires.
and I use all those molten core procs to make Soulfire heavier and quicker. I also apply more dots while in demon form
Okay, so I
and
see. So
refresh my old ones.
like I'm like a machine gun with all my dots. Destro is like a freight train, but only for a certain amount of time. And then you're kind of like you're like the halfway mark. You know, you're
Mm-hmm.
you're really slow as you build up fury, and then once you do, and you have that imp swarm, because that imp swarm that wasn't to be messed with. It was not a joke. It hurt. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and even if it doesn't necessarily hurt, it's distracting as all hell. So I mean, it's almost like a hunter stampede, but centered on you.
Yeah.
But regardless, it's you think there's going to be a problem choosing between Shard Remains and Cataclysm for a Destro lock?
Um. Yeah. I think that both are technically viable. I don't know why he popped out just now. Um. I think both are technically viable. I think I like how it's personal choice. You can either choose to have another AOE damage dealing thing, or you can choose to, reduce your other spells to make your chaos bolts bigger. It's kind of whether you want to be single target or AOE focused.
That's true. Um, and what about the second half of Charred Remains? Is that Fire and Brimstone affecting Chaos Bolt? How's that one
You know,
strike you?
there's a lot of theories around that. People saying that maybe more targets will increase its ember cost. And
I don't think so.
how I think it'll be is casting a chaos bolt with an AOE will probably cost two or even all of your embers.
See, what I see it costing 2 embers, since Fire and Brimstone makes the spells cost 1 burning ember, and then Chaos Bolt already costs a burning ember. So I can see it costing 2 burning embers. So your cast time, if you're full burning embers, then you only cast twice. But I mean, even if you take it in old content wise, say you're on a tanking character and I'm a Destro lock with Charred Remains, and you pull half the instance and I take them all out with an AoE Chaos Bolt.
That's
It's
true.
gonna be brutal. Because right now it doesn't. There's nothing about Fire and Brimstone. I don't believe there's anything limiting the amount of targets that Fire and Brimstone affect.
That's Havoc. Fire and Brimstone. Let's see. Your Immolate, Incinerate, Conflagrate, and Curse spells consume a Burning Ember and will hit all targets within 10 yards. And deal. Oh, okay. It also says and deal 56% of their normal damage. But, you know, regardless, I mean, that's Chaos Bolt. Hits you for 47 grand. Well, won't in Warlords, but will hit you for 20. But it would hit all of your imps for that too. Is my understanding.
Exactly. Um, I really see the whole multiple cost, multiple ember costs, maybe even more than two. I think it makes sense, because we already have, um, for example, use fire and brimstone and cast, incinerate. It doesn't cost a full ember. It costs a partial ember. I believe so. Anyway, so with your ability to generate embers so much faster, an AoE Chaos Bolt costing 4 embers isn't so far fetched.
Yeah, this is true. Well, I think that's gonna about wrap it up, unless you have something else on the matter to say.
Demonic Servitude. If the demons don't have names, I'm choosing Cataclysm.
Well, well, alrighty. Um, so long for now then. Good talking to you.
Next time.
Till next time.